we're going to go talk to a pig. Because this pig fucking shined a light. If this is the right pig. I'll have to see. No, different pig. It's unfortunate that these pigs don't stick together. Because I have a question for a certain pig. I'll find them later. Anyway, so I want to talk about lawyers here for about 5 or 10 minutes. Something that is a very important topic, I think, because I have had my fair share of fucking horrible piece of shit, fucking garbage lawyers. And so the first lawyer I'd like to talk about, I think this is a fucking pig here, we'll fucking see, he's no longer alive, but his name is Carl Sandy. And Mr. Sandy used to be a lawyer in a different... We're going to see how dumb this motherfucker is. Maybe that's not a cop. Maybe that's a pickup. Maybe a pickup. Anyway, so Carl Sandy, great attorney. And he has a son that's practicing now by the name of Matt Sandy. Do not hire Matt Sandy. Matt Sandy is not Carl Sandy. Matt Sandy is not a great attorney. Matt Sandy is a serviceable attorney. Also, in Tippecanoe County, do not hire Steve Connect. Steve Connect, he will fucking take... motherfucker. He will fucking take your money, and he will not do his fucking job. So, do not hire Steve Connect. He's a piece of shit, and he's also a fucking liar. Do not hire him. He's not a good individual, and he needs to go to prison. Somebody else not to hire in St. Joseph County is going to be Ernest P. Gallos. He has I believe he still has an office on Colfax. He's a real nice guy. He's a real sweetheart, but the guy's a fucking horrible lawyer. He's fucking horrible. Like, don't even waste your time or money on him. Don't do it. The guy's fucking just... He's not a scumbag. Guy's just not good. You know what I mean? Just not good. He's a great person, just not a good lawyer. The other fuckers in St. Joseph County are Timothy P. McLaughlin. Do not hire that motherfucker. That motherfucker is past his prime. He is a governmental agent. And you go into his office, he will charge you some obscene amount of money because me and him have had these conversations where somebody will come in and he just throws a bullshit fucking, number at him because he's about semi-retired and he just wants fucking money at this point and doesn't really give a shit. The other motherfucker is Tom Strickland, who operates out of the Mance building. Tom is a governmental agent. Tom represented me on a case, fucking lost. I just think that I'm going to leave the evaluation for Tom to be kind of open-ended. Like, he's not a horrible attorney, but I didn't have a good experience with him. So you might have a better experience with him, but just keep in mind he's a governmental agent, and if you have any, situations with the federal government, it's not a good fit for you to be his client. George Kostanzik, I think is his name. He operates out of Stip Law. They're off of 23 there by Notre Dame. Guy's a really good lawyer, but he's a governmental agent and a piece of shit. I hired him for a matter. He got the job done. So I would say if you're not involved in a conspiracy as far as the government is conspiring against you, he will get the job done for you. Let's switch to Laporte. Do not, and I repeat, do not hire David Sarugo. Do not accept him as a public defender, because David Sarugo has a reputation for making plea deals. That's what David does. And you call him on it, and he will, he'll get you a good deal. But if that's what you want, then David's your guy. If you want to actually go to trial and to fight it, he will not show up to court. He fucking canceled, I believe, at least 3 times. He rescheduled at least fucking 3 court appearances. At least fucking 3. And he has this weird... Oh, there's a piggy. A pig's home. Well, since we're fucking exposing the fucking pigs at 33693 State Police here in New Carlisle, off of a subdivision, I think, Hunter's Run, I think. Always be redressing your government in the appropriate way. So he didn't fucking show up to court. He showed up. The only time that motherfucker showed up to court is when he withdrawed his fucking appearance. Basically, he fired me. Okay? So, I guess if David Sarugo is the type of attorney that you want to talk to maybe once, I was not stalking. I just happened upon. There's a difference between stalking is actively going and looking. I just happened upon. Okay, get it right. Goddamn fucking, throwing around fucking false allegations. So if a plea deal is what you want in LaPorte County, then David Sarugo is your old frumpy fart. The next motherfucker is James Cupp. This fucker is a piece of fucking garbage. He's currently my attorney of record, but I put in a motion firing that fat bastard, and he's a governmental agent. I just don't see any worth in the guy. I really don't see any value upon having Mr. Cupp as your attorney, because he's just fucking worthless. The guy is beyond fucking worthless. He does not understand how to use email. He'll talk to you maybe once, and that's fucking it. Okay? So you're better off, just representing yourself. If you have to choose between James Cupp and representing yourself, I'm not saying you should ever represent yourself, but if you're forced with either represent yourself or have James Cupp, you might as well just shoot yourself in the head 5 times, because, if you're not a good self-representationer, then you're pretty much fucked, because he's not going to do any better. He's just going to fuck you, because that's what James Cupp does. Another attorney in LaPorte County is Alan Cyranek. This motherfucker. I don't even know where to start with this piece of shit. I have no idea where to even start to put my dismay in proper context. I guess we'll start with, one, the guy's a homosexual. Not that that means anything, but he's a fag. The other thing is, the guy's fucking deaf, and he won't tell you that he's deaf, so he has to literally read your lips if he's talking to you to understand what you're saying. And he has trouble in court because he can't always read lips. So it's a frustrating situation working with the guy, because you take his disability aside, and you take the fact that he's a fucking fag aside, okay? So you put those fucking two things that were issues for me, not the fact that he's gay. That's just fun for me. Just to make fun of him about, because he's a piece of shit fucking attorney, okay? But if you don't mind him being deaf, then I guess it's okay. So you separate the fag and you separate the deaf. There we go. So I'm back. Fucking AT&T doesn't like me. Anyway, so I guess I would recommend Kendall Gilbranson as an attorney. That guy's pretty decent. The other attorney in Indianapolis that I have knowledge of, well, actually two other ones, is going to be a appellate attorney for the Marion County Public Defender's Office by the name of Rory Gallagher. Guy's a little naive, he's a little green, but he's a pretty damn good attorney. So I would recommend him if you can either hire him privately, or if you can be lucky enough to have him as your appellate attorney. Anyway, fucking AT&T, you want to let me fucking speak, you bitches? Anyway, I've never hired Mr. Rutherford, but I've been told he's a really good attorney, but the guy, he is very expensive. Meaning that basically Mark wants somebody to basically leave him a blank check. He just wants you to fucking pay fucking $10,000 for his retainer. Hey, that's in the ballpark. He charges, I think, $3.25 an hour. Okay. But then where it gets a little fuzzy, and him and I have talked about this, and he fucking snowflaked out on me, it is basically Mark Rutherford. He basically wants you to give him a blank check. And that makes fucking no sense to me, because apparently he's been doing this his whole career, and he just wants just a unlimited fucking fun. So if who else have I had? A appellate attorney, I believe her name is Len, the lawyers to be disciplined, and she's a governmental fucking agent, and not a very good appellate attorney, because she gave me some advice that was not on board upon other lawyers who gave me, advice that was better and made sense. So I would not advise hiring a Miss Weisman, governmental cunt. And the other fucker is Trent A. McCain, who was also on that board, and apparently her buddy. And he's a fucking piece of shit. And for the regard that, you basically, or if he requires fucking brownies, but he fucking won't fucking take hardly any cases. I don't understand how the guy fucking makes a nickel. Talk to the guy, to be honest with you. I just heard, second-hand information, so I don't know how reliable that is, but you guys can do your own homework on these lawyers. And then a lawyer up near Detroit that you guys may be familiar with is Solomon Radner. this motherfucker is, you see the definition of a shyster, or you see a worthless fucking piker in the dictionary or online. His fucking photograph is fucking plastered on it. Because I know individuals, I know one specifically who had a slam dunk lawsuit. A guy had a fucking slam dunk lawsuit, and then fucking Solomon and Radner wouldn't fucking take his case. So then the individual went and got some fucking paperwork, and then fucking Radner, he's fucking creaming himself, he's apologizing, and then he's taking the individual's fucking case. But like Solomon Radner, they have a fucking horrible, and I do mean fucking horrible screening process, because I just don't understand how they gauge. You're basically a lawyer. Say if a lawyer takes a case on a contingency, they basically have to do a cost-benefit ratio analysis. Is it going to be worth their time to actually, take the case? And it just doesn't seem like their screening process is very good, because, there's another individual who I know who has a slam dunk lawsuit. There's no way he could possibly lose it. And yet Radner won't take his fucking case. Like, there's no questions that his fucking civil liberties were egregiously violated on a public sidewalk, and yet the motherfucker won't take the case. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me, but, he can run his business like a Tijuana whorehouse if he wants, I guess. That's his prerogative. Who else have I had contact with as far as fucking lawyers? Attorney Chris Smidgill, who is my public defender in my Gary situation. The guy's a really good guy. The guy actually gives a shit. He, you can actually go and talk to him. He'll talk to you on the phone. He'll fucking file anything you want him to file. The guy's a really good attorney. He's a governmental agent. He poisoned me. But if you're not, an actual subject of a conspiracy, go get that guy. But I think he actually normally practices a bankruptcy law. You can't hire him for actual criminal defense work. Like, it's been tried, and he basically said no, thank you. So who else have I had contact with that's good or bad? I would probably say that's about it for right now. But, somebody else I fucking talked to about a matter is Larry Foreman. He has a YouTube channel. It's called the DUI guy, Larry Foreman. Just type in either Larry Foreman, Louisville, Kentucky, or the DUI guy, Kentucky, and he'll pop right up. He's another interesting case study where basically he adopts the same ideology as Mark Rutherford, where basically he just wants a fucking blank check. The guy, from what I fucking see on YouTube, the guy's a fucking great attorney. He's a great DUI attorney. Great. I would say he is one of the best in the country at DUI work. Other areas of law, 50-50. But DUI, If you're in Jefferson County down there in Louisville, fucking go there and fucking pay the motherfucker, you know, uh, what he wants. He's licensed in the state of Indiana. I believe he charges $100 an hour for travel. So, but the thing of it is, though, he's a governmental agent. I know that shocked you guys. But, if you guys, call up Mr. Foreman, you guys can work out the numbers and you like him, go and fucking hire him. But the guy's a snowflake, though. He doesn't like to actually be challenged as far as conversation. So that may be a problem. Who else? Oh, I've talked to this guy on the phone. Google, Steven Stubbs, or just Google, I believe it's going to be a bow tie lawyer arrested in Las Vegas, and it'll pop right up. He is the chair counsel for the National Association for the Mongols. If you guys don't know what Mongols are, fucking Google that, and your fucking computer or your fucking browser will explode. But basically, it is a quote unquote a outlaw, a motorcycle gang, allegedly. So he's their chief chair counsel. And a guy seems really competent. The guy seems very ethical. So if you're in Las Vegas or the state of Nevada and you have any legal needs, he seems like a very competent attorney. Who else? I believe that's it. I think that's all of my recommendations for attorneys. You guys need to call AT&T and tell them, why the fuck are they interrupting your daddy's stream? Because this stream didn't have to take fucking almost 26 minutes. So, anyway, you guys have a lovely, and I do mean lovely evening. Squirming around, fatting around, spreading your seed here and there, a little seed there.